If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Coinbase with the ticker symbol COIN. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So it looks like Coinbase had a new all-time low very recently. So is this the end for Coinbase, or are we going to reverse and start a bullish uptrend? So let's take a look at the chart and see if we could find out any clues. Well, you can see that before there was a nice little trend working lower. This was the trend that was holding prices very nicely. You can see that all these price bars are inside of this channel working lower, and the angle is fairly consistent across all the bars until about early February is when we had the first break of the pattern. So normally when we get a first break of a downtrend pattern, we usually go back down to retest the lows in the form of two legs, and that's pretty much exactly what we got. So we retested the lows. You can see that this green bar bounced from the lows. We went up, but we still kind of consolidated, or we went range bound for several months. You can see that I can make a range with the price action. You can see the support was right around that 158, and you can see there's resistance right around that 208, 210 level. Let's go ahead and make this orange to differentiate the price against the trend. So we had a downtrend. We had the first break of the pattern. We went down to retest the lows. We even exceeded it in the form of two legs, and now we went up back here in late March, but then we've been going down in a downtrend ever since because we got rejected from that 210 resistance level. So it looks like sellers are still in the market and in control. We are inside of a micro channel working lower. You can see that there's this green micro channel working lower. So we have not had a break outside of this pattern either. So even if we do get a break outside of this pattern, there's still a strong possibility to retest this low. So the all-time low for Coinbase is right at that 147.80, and there's still a possibility to go back down to that level and even exceed it. So let me show you guys some measured move targets so we can identify where prices are most likely going. So you can see that this was the first move down, and this was the second move down, and then we went up. So I need to combine the first two legs into one large one. So this is combining the first two legs into a larger one. And since we went down, the target that I have for Coinbase is right at the 139, 140 level. So that's my target for Coinbase. Could we just bounce from here and continue higher? Yes, but what are the chances of me or anybody else picking that this is the bottom for Coinbase? It's just a much higher probability to always stick with the trend, even though it looks like it ended, and always assume that we have not bottomed. It's just you can probably guess that we have bottomed maybe 5% of the time. That's how confident I am that it's very difficult to pick a bottom. So is this the bottom for Coinbase? It's a possibility. It's 5%, but is it the actual bottom? Probably not. So I think we're gonna get a break outside of this green channel, maybe a little pullback, and then continue lower to that 139, 140 level. I don't really see anything really bearish on this chart as of right now. Maybe later when we reevaluate what the price action has done, we can come to a different conclusion. But as of right now, I'm not that bearish because it looks like we're kind of outside of this yellow channel. We're kind of like going sideways more. We're kind of flatter. So that's a good sign. It looks like the sellers are losing steam, but that doesn't mean buyers are stepping in either, because it doesn't look like it. So I'm looking for a little bit lower prices, and then from there we need to reevaluate what Coinbase actually wants to do. So nothing really bearish on this chart, but it does look like it wants to go lower. So let's take a look at the weekly chart to wrap it all up. Here we have the weekly chart for Coinbase, and you can see that we pretty much made two perfect measured moves because the market moves in twos. This was the first impulse down, and then Coinbase was in the formation of the second impulse all the way since November 2021. And you can see that right at the tip of this arrow is when price action bounced right at that 148, 147 level. And that's pretty much the target that short sellers were waiting to take profit from. So we're seeing a little bit of buying coming in, but not a lot. So we could see a little bit lower prices. The bears are probably losing steam, but they're probably still gonna try to push down the market a little bit more. You can see that we were inside of this green channel, but now we're not, so we're kind of like going sideways. This chart isn't that bearish, but we're not seeing bulls step in either, so it's a little too early to call this a bottom. For this to be a bottom is we need to see prices have an impulse up, so we need to see this type of pattern occur in the future. We need to see impulse and then a waves start forming in the upwards direction for that to be a bottom, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Then we could say that we have bottom. But as right now, is this the starting point of an uptrend? I mean, that's very, very hard to predict, and it just does not look like it as of right now. It could be that we have made a double bottom. Let me go and clear the drawings. So we did come back to this previous low at the 150 level. That's what it shows on the weekly chart. So we could have a little double bottom, and that could lead to a reversal, but I wouldn't count on it. We'll have to wait and see. I'm looking for just a little bit lower prices on Coinbase before reevaluating if we have bottomed or not. So thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.